Hey guys, it's Logan here with Hydra 572. Around a week ago, Dual Survivalist 22 requested that we do a zombie loadout video. At the time, I was thinking that I didn't really have a way to make that interesting, but this past week, the temperature here has been negative go fuck yourself, so we're not going outside to film a video. So this week we are going to show you guys the weapons that we would take if we were going to go out on a zombie-infested patrol, and next week we will show you guys the gear. I'll go ahead and get started with my main arm. This is a DPMS AR-15 folding Troy battle sights. Overall, a great gun. You guys have seen it in videos before. It is a blast to shoot. And with my other weapons, I just can't match a 30-round magazine, so this would be my main arm.
Hey guys, so for my main firearm, first off, I don't have a whole lot of tactical guns. That's just because of chance. I haven't bought any firearms. Actually, this was my birthday present from my grandfather, but it's my favorite gun. So yeah, this is my Remington 870 Express, the 28-inch smoothbore barrel, 4-shot magazine, +1 in the pipe. Loaded up with buckshot. It's obviously a good zombie weapon, and who can't argue with this?
My sidearm, as far as firearms are concerned, would be my Colt 80s Series 1911. I love the 1911, and I particularly love this 1911 because I read forum postings all the time about how unreliable 1911s are and how they fail to go into battery, how they stovepipe, all that kind of stuff. This might be like the most minimally failing 1911 ever, because I think we've had like 3 failures total, and they've all been failures to go into battery, very easy to clean. Ultra reliable for us. I think it's stylish as all hell, and it also happens to be the only combat-worthy pistol that I have, so that makes it a pretty easy shoe-in for my sidearm. Beautiful gun, though. I'm in love with it.
And for my sidearm, I'd be using my Remington 760. It's a .270 caliber pump-action hunting rifle. Show you how that works. Rotating bolt. It's really cool to look at if you're procrastinating doing homework or something. But yeah, reasons I chose this over my other hunting rifle is that this is in .270, which is a popular hunting round, and the other one's in 6mm. So in the post-apocalyptic realm, you'd have a lot more chance finding .270 than 6mm, because, like I said, it's more popular. Other reasons: it's got a sling, so that I can just do that or over the neck, and as I'm holding a shotgun. Shotgun I would use for more like close, immediate threats type situations. This I would use for more like defensive, scenarios, like giving cover fire, because it has a scope, and because I don't really plan on taking out a zombie at like 200 yards, because it's not an immediate threat. There's no need to waste a bullet on it. If I can, I'd rather take it out with a melee weapon like my hammer or a bat, maybe even a knife, if that works.
On to my melee weapon. Much as I love my sword, I think it's going to have to be my SOG Tactical Tomahawk. This is the full-sized model, and these things are just awesome. We made a couple videos about them, and I just love them. You can throw them, you can slash with them, and how fucking badass is that, just to be walking around with this? I'd love the 300 sword, but this is made out of real steel, and something about a tomahawk is just fantastic. I'm worried that the spike might get caught in a zombie's head, but we'll cross that road when we come to it. I think you guys will see I've got quite a bit of redundancy built into this kit, so SOG Tomahawk would just be a blast to take out there on patrol.
And for my melee weapon, I kind of have a cross between this bat and my warhammer, although probably I'm going to have to go with my warhammer, just because I can stick it in my belt loop and hold it there while I'm carrying the shotgun. I don't know what else to say about it. It's heavy, it's long. You hit the thing with it. I don't have to worry a whole lot, I think, about getting it stuck in anything, just because it's blunt. I'll do a separate review on it just to get up close, but for now we're just brushing over it. And the bat. Who doesn't want a Louisville Slugger on their equipment? But the thing is, if I'm carrying this, I'm also carrying the shotgun. So that's why I'd have to go with the hammer.
Alright, on to knives. I had to restrain myself and just pick a few. Got my K-Bar Zombie Killer Famine Tonto. This thing is ridiculous, and I bought it just on the off chance that we might have a zombie apocalypse. I love this thing. I'm not sure that the Tonto is as good at penetration as everybody else seems to think it is, but it does make quite a menacing little short sword here. And in the sheath, I've got my little Archerion thing, which is my only real reasonable EDC sized cutter in this deal. So there's those. Then a slightly reasonable EDC cutter that I just botched the deployment on. Got my ZT-0200, great blade. And I typically would go for something a little larger. Actually, I did. The Cold Steel Voyager. Got my XL Tonto here. Great blade, very happy with it. In between these two here, I think I've got all my bases covered. If for some reason my large fixed blade goes down after my Tomahawk goes down, after both my guns go down. So, like I said, quite a bit of redundancy built into this system, but I'd hate to be crawling around on the floor looking for something to use as a blunt instrument to kill a zombie when I could be using gear that I love. And honestly, I kind of wish that I brought another blade. So, there you go. And
for my knife, I got one too. So does Reed. Now this one will be back pocket carry. Like Logan said, this will be the defensive blade. There was one time after the floods we just found a fence post that must have been like 6x6. Took maybe 2 minutes to chop through it with this. I'm happy I had no complaints then. Just a little bit of loose pivot, but nothing that a Torx wrench couldn't fix. Torx bit, spit. It. The other EDC, just regular knife, paramilitary too. Yeah, I did buy this with the intention of reselling it, but I carried it once and fell in love with it. Everything everyone else said about it being awesome is true.
So those are the weapons. Much as I love the Espada that I just reviewed, there's just something about this blade, knowing that all three of us have one. I just love these things. They are badass. They deploy a little bit smoother than the Espada too. So very happy to have these. It's sort of a unifying thing that all three of us have one. Reed couldn't be here today. He said something about a dick-sucking convention. I don't know. I don't know. He's got his own personal life to deal with. He's a very busy man, woman, object. And anyways, we hope you guys have enjoyed this video. We'll be back next week to talk about the gear. We've got vests and boots and jackets and armor and whatnot. It should be a lot of fun. So come check it out. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more of the same.